Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, so it's time for my midweek pickup. Today is a gloomy day outside. It's raining here in Houston. It's not as bad as they always say it's going to be, but today is my mother's birthday today. So I wanted to take some time out to um, share with you the importance of a mother and share with you, you know, how sometimes you may not get along with your mother so well, but just reminding you what the importance of a mother really is. Um, my mother, of course, has been a part of my life since I was born. Um, my mother and I sometimes are not on the same page. A lot of times we're not on the same page. And when I was growing up, we used to butt heads a lot, a whole lot. And it's something that still happens sometimes. She's the only person who can really push my buttons and get me to a point to where I don't need to be at. With that being said, um, it may sound negative and everything, but I'm going to talk about what it really means to me for me to have a mother in my life. Um, when I was younger, my grandmother used to always say something to me, and it sticks with me still today. And I remember that when I'm being pushed or when I'm at the edge, and that's the only mother that you have, and that is very true. There might be people who are like a mother to you, but you only have one real biological mother, one mother who has given birth to you. So no matter what you try and do or say, or you have some friends that you may call their moms your mom or whatever. Um, and the fact of the matter is that they are not actually your mother. There's only one mother for you, and that's the one who's given birth to you. No matter how at odds you may be sometimes, no matter how much one may get on the other's nerves or whatever, it's still your mother. And with that being said, there is a always undying love for you in your heart for your mother. And no matter what goes on, no matter how much you go at it or how much um, you may be at odds, it's always a part of you that's always going to have a special place in your heart for your mother. In my case, that is me. I do not show it as much as I should, but I love my mother very much. Um, there are times where me and my mother are at odds, but truth of the matter is, I thank God for my mother every time I get a chance to. When I pray and when I thank God for everybody, my mother is on the top of the list. Um, I say, God bless my mother, God bless my father, and so on. And even though it may seem, from the outside looking in, that my relationship is not as great with my mother as it should be, or as much as it's, I guess you can say, the typical relationship between a son and a mother, that doesn't matter to me because I know deep down, no matter how much my mom may, you know, push my buttons or whatever the case may be, I still have an undying love for her. I still, worry for her. I still think about her a lot. Um, I may not come around as much as I should, and that's something that I'm working on to change. But there's not any doubt in my mind that I do truly love my mother. It may be times where we dislike each other for a few moments or whatever, But the case is that whenever I truly need my mother, and I can call her, and no matter if we've argued the day before or a couple hours before, if she understands that I really do need her, she will do what she has to do for me. And that's something that I really appreciate and I love about our relationship, because we can butt heads like 9,000, and she will still come around for me, go to bat for me, and do anything in her power for me to help me. And that's something that when I was younger, I really took for granted, and I did not understand some of the things, some of her methods of raising me. But when I look back on it now, um, it was hard, it was harsh, but it was something that I probably needed, and it's something that made me be the person that I am now. A lot of us say, we're not going to be anything like our parents when we have children and things like that. And that is not true, because when you have values and morals instilled in you by your parents, that tends to flood over into your life as a parent when you become a parent. So, um, I just wanted to put it out there, let everybody know. Today is my mother's birthday, Miss Wayla Chambers, and I wanted to wish her a happy birthday, and I want to wish her many, many more birthdays. I want to let her know as a son, I'm going to try and be better for her no matter what. No matter what situation that we are in, no matter if we are at each other's necks, I am going to try and be a better son for her. And with that, that will help her become a better mother. Even though she's already a good mother, we always have room for improvement. So with that being said, I want everybody out there to know, you do only have one mother. I know a lot of people have a horrible relationship with their parents, maybe just their mother. They can't stand them. Um, they're always, no matter what, it's always a bad situation when they get around their mothers or whatever the case may be. In some circumstances, not mine all the time, but some people, some people do have this problem. But I want to tell you, again, just like my grandmother used to always tell me, you only have one mother. You only have one person who held you inside of their body for 9 months straight, going through the agony of childbirth, going through the trials and tribulations of raising a child, a young man. I was lucky I had my mother and my father in my household, so it was a little bit easier for her to raise me because she had a partner with her. A lot of us don't have that partner in the household to assist our mother in raising, a man, or even raising a young lady, or whatever the case may be. But what you all have to understand is never take your mother for granted, because there is going to be a day when God calls your mother home, and you don't want to have regret in your heart and be thinking, I should have did this, I should have done that differently. Maybe I should not have said this to her. Maybe I should not have said that to her. Take the time out to let your mothers know how much you really do care for them. Take the time out to do what you have to do to make sure that they're doing the things that they need to do. When they get further up in age, make sure that they are going to the doctor. The roles are going to reverse for you at one point in time, where you are going to become like the parent to your mother or your father. Don't let the past or if y'all did not have a great coming up together, don't let that deter you on the way that you're going to have to take care of your mother, because just like you have bad days and sometimes they have bad days. I remember when I was younger and I would cut up in school, and wasn't nothing just completely outrageous or whatever. I just had a smart mouth and I wasn't going to take anything for anybody. Um, Anybody would, everybody knew, if we would call Mrs. Chambers, and she would come up here. And no matter what the case may be, my mother always had my back in every situation possible. Nobody could tell her anything bad about her children. Now, when we got home, that might have been a different story, but she always made it clear that she had her children's back in the face of anybody trying to say that they were wrong or trying to discredit us. So I thank my mother for that. Even though at times I was in the wrong, she still went to bat for me all the way, no matter what. So with that being said, I want to say happy birthday to you, Mom. I don't know if you're going to see this ever, but one day when you do see this, I want you to take it directly to your heart and know that your son does love you, and know that he wants to wish you a happy birthday, and also know that he's going to try to be a better son for you, better understanding, show more love, show more kindness to you, because you deserve it, because you did a great job of making me to be who I am today. Even though, like I said, we may have butted heads a lot and been at odds a lot, you are still my mother. I will still have uncontrollable, unconditional love for you. Even though sometimes I may not act like it, it is always there in my heart. So today, this midweek pickup is all about you. I love you. Have a great birthday. Have a happy birthday. I want to ask God to give you many, many more. And I just want to tell you that you are the best. So with that being said, I will see y'all next week. This was an additional midweek pickup that I had to do. I do have the other one as well for today. So like I say, as always, keep God first, family second, everything else will follow. Have a good week. Stay dry. Peace.